in this winter wonderland. Wait a minute, I can just stack it on top. Let's go, baby! Whoa! Yeah! Let's go! Come on! First game right out the gate!
Hubris, 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 hubris.
And my city is starting to become maybe perhaps too swastika shaped?
Yo, what up, Jamal?
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, I'm white.
I'm black. What's up?
Hubris, 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 hubris.
Oh my Allah. Bunch of whiners. Just walk across the street for your power. Okay. There we go. No, no, but just a few more. Just a few more. It's almost there. Almost there.
Hubris, 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 hubris.
This is torture. Oh my gosh. This will be an affront to God. Well, hey, buddy, there's that porn star you were looking for. Can we get some R's in the chat? The first, it's like playing horse with basketball. The R is the first of 3 letters. That ultimately spells rip. Get some R in the chat. If it gets worse, we'll get some I's. And then when I die, finish it off with a P. And then clip it and send it to my mom. Tell her that I died doing the stupidest thing possible. I want to go home though, son. This is our life now. This is what we do. This is who we are. We're slave people now.
Hubris, 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 hubris.
Okay, what are you doing right now, Timmy? Where are you at? Where are you at?
Defend objective A.
Don't understood. You're gonna die. You're dead, Timmy.
Ain't gonna get too upset about it, chat. Life is too short to be salty about video games. What?
Hubris, 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 hubris. All hail hubris Rome.
Oh my gosh.
You're gonna love my nuts.
Yes. Easy peasy, chat. Just hush up about that. Just hush up about that. Chat? I'm a D tier internet celebrity. And if I'm online, I get messaged like crazy. They hey Reed, sign my Facebook.
Sign my wiener.
Wow. Streaming, Dan.
Whoa, just the initials, probably. Got him.
Are you kidding? Why can't we just kill these fools?
We can. You want to? Let's do it. Leroy
Yeah.
Jenkins.
Leroy Jenkins, bro. I'm right behind you. Bruh. Ah! In this winter wonderland. Wait a minute. I can just stack it on top. Let's go, baby! Whoa! Yeah! Let's go! Come on! First game right out the gate!
Hubris, 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 hubris.
And my city is starting to become maybe perhaps too swastika shaped?
Yo, what up, Jamal?
How's it going, everybody?
Hello, I'm white.
I'm black. What's up?
Hubris, 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 hubris.
Oh my Allah. Bunch of whiners. Just walk across the street for your power. Okay. There we go. No, no, but just a few more. Just a few more. It's almost there. Hi. How's it going? Oh, what's up, Dan? Like the smash button. Subscribe. Notify the bell. Like the smash. Greetings, program. Is that a Tron reference? Is it because I have LEDs in the back of my room? You know how long it's been? The Taco Bell? Yeah. Yep. Smash the Taco Bell. How's everyone doing today? Hope y'all are doing well. Hope your week has been good since the last time we were all here. I do be smashing some Taco Bell from time to time. Listen, there's no judgment because Taco Bell is... It's again, like, it's like 50% good, 50% feels real terrible. You're just like, why did I do this to myself? I once had Taco Bell for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Oh boy. Taco Bell breakfast, low-key underrated. I think it's too expensive, though. There is a... It's like a grilled... It's just like a grilled sausage burrito thing. It's like $1.80. That's pretty good. Not great, it's pretty good. But that's like the best dollar to like taste ratio. That's the best value ratio. The Crunch Wrap is so good, but it's way too expensive in my opinion. I go to McDonald's sometimes and I get just a sausage McMuffin sandwich, which is just sausage and cheese. It doesn't come with the egg. The audio stream's current bitrate is 0. Oh, the audio stream's current bit rate, 0, is lower than recommended. We recommend you use an audio stream bit rate of 128. Well, if you can hear me, I think it's working. But yeah, the sausage McMuffin sandwich, I think is like, again, like $1.80 or $1.70 or something, and then you get a one of those $1.30 large Diet Cokes. I get out of McDonald's breakfast for like $3.30. It's pretty great. Or I get a McGriddle meal for like $9. I feel real bad about myself after, but it's so good in the moment. Always sausage from fast food places. Always finding little bone bits. I mean, that's like only sometimes true. Diet Coke for breakfast? Okay, don't give me that crap. Don't even give me that crap. All these people who judge like soda for breakfast are the same people who like get a $10 coffee with a bunch of caramel and cream and sugar and whipped cream. Like, just don't do that. Miss me with all that judgment. Okay. I want to jump into this tier list. But Reed, what finger are you? Dude, I'm not above eating Oreos for breakfast. No, because you shouldn't be. Because you're a gosh darn patriot. Hello, I'm here for stream. Okay. I don't know. I'm a pointer finger. Because I like to point things out. All right. Here are the movies. 55 of them. What is the context? I have no idea. She just asked, what finger are you? And I'm like, no, that's dumb. But here we are. Okay. We're going to jump right into this. These are, I think this again has to be movies I judge against themselves. So if I put Super Mario Brothers movie at an A, that doesn't mean I think it's an overall A tier movie. It means, again, like in the context of all these movies I've seen with my kids, and I did limit it too to where these are movies I would only watch because of my kids. So there were some that was like some Pixar movies that I didn't include because I would have watched those on my own. But then there were other movies where I'm just like, I definitely would not have watched this. And which is what all of these are. So, okay, start off. You wouldn't watch Aladdin on your own? It's because I have so many times. So it's like, listen, I'll get to it. Aladdin's B tier. I watched it recently. It does not hold up very good. The script is kind of bad. The story is just kind of a joke. Jafar and the genie and Iago are the absolute best parts of that movie. Everything else is real lame. This is Rage Bait, I promise it's not. Beethoven is a D tier movie. I don't know if you've watched it recently or at all. Written by John Hughes. Fun fact. Beethoven was written by John Hughes using a pseudonym because I think he was embarrassed of it. So like, yeah, like we'll go to Beethoven movie writer. Edmond Dantes. He wrote the movie under the pseudonym Edmond Dantes. I think because the movie was garbage. Big Hero 6, that's a B tier. I have nothing against this movie. It's just perfectly fine. But yeah. Okay, again, Aladdin, guys, like I've seen Aladdin before. I've seen How to Train Your Dragon before. The only reason I included them in this list is because I specifically watched them with my child. That's it. Only because I watched them because of my children. I've seen them before. I get it. Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I'm going to put this A tier. It's really corny. And I don't know. I have a very vivid memory of watching this in theaters by myself. And I really enjoyed it because it was so surprising. I just didn't think I would like it at all. And I ended up really enjoying it. And it's written and directed by Phil Lord and Chris Miller. It was their first feature film. And I got a real good sense of like their personality and their sense of humor from this movie. And they ended up just going on to do great things, obviously. Like they write and produce the Spider-Verse films. They wrote and directed the Lego movie, the first one. They, of course, just did Project Hail Mary, which is probably, it's like top 2 best films of the year so far. But yeah, I really enjoyed it. I think it's funny. There's a lot of just like stupid gags and surprises, but again, it makes me laugh every time. Elf, I'm gonna get crap for this. Elf is C tier, man. I watch it every Christmas with the boys, and it does not stay good. Will Ferrell, I think in general, Will Ferrell's too much. I think he's grating and abrasive, but you watch it the first time. I watched it the first time. It's like, oh, this is good. This is funny. But then you watch it a few more times. You're just like, yeah, this ain't it. And I'll explain the same thing about Moana when I get there. Elio, I'm going to put C tier as well. I remember literally nothing about Elio. I remember it being fine. But like, I think he had an eye patch or something. I don't know. I know there are aliens, and I know he lived with his sister or something. So it's like Moana, or it's like Lilo and Stitch. Yeah, I don't know. It's just fine. Encanto's B tier. Encanto's B tier for a number of reasons. Chief among them being that some of the powers that the family members have are complete straight up worthless dookie. They mean literally nothing. And they don't contribute to the plot in any way at all. It's like, oh, the guy who can like talk to animals never uses it. Oh, the gal who can hear really good. She uses it like once and it's not even useful. It's just like an easy story thing to be like, hey, what did you hear? And she's like, oh, it was this. They're like, okay, cool, thanks. And there's also a bunch of times where she could be useful and no one asks her. And then there's the other one who makes weather. Zero contribution to the plot. Her sister, which is one of the key relationships in the movie, she grows flowers. That's her power. And there's no purpose for it. The best family member is her mom and her other sister who's really strong. Those are the best two because they actually contribute in some way. And I think the music's fine. Like, there's like 3 bangers in Encanto, but it's not so offensive that it's just like, it's not so offensive that it's forgettable or I hate it. It's just a perfectly like whatever movie. Finding Nemo, this is S tier. Finding Nemo to this day still makes me cry. The powers aren't really the point of a movie. Yeah, they are. They are. Like, in this movie, it's the whole point. It's literally the whole point, because Maribel doesn't have powers. It's not a superhero movie. Again, I will get to this. I will cover all of this more when I get to Moana, but it is kind of what it's about. Finding Nemo, S tier. Brilliant film. I cry every time. It is wonderfully written. It is wonderfully paced. At the time, the animation was mind-blowingly good. Voice acting is incredible. Having Willem Dafoe play Gil, and of course Ellen DeGeneres, who's obviously fallen off a lot, but like, it was just so good. The movie is perfect. It's not like a masterpiece, but there's literally nothing wrong with the movie. If you've never seen Flow, I highly recommend it. This movie doesn't have an ounce of dialogue, zero dialogue, and it's wonderful. It is wonderful. The animation was all done by like 5 people entirely in Blender. It won the Academy Award for Best Animated Film, going up against The Wild Robot, by the way. It's spectacular. It's a wonderful film. I don't put it above Finding Nemo, but literally, like, it is a great film. Frozen 2, that's C tier. I don't remember a single song. Yeah, I don't remember a single song. I remember the weird, like, proposal plot between Anna and Hans being really lame and overdone. The other, like, warring tribes was really boring because, again, there's no stakes involved. It's dumb. It's a dumb movie. I don't remember it. Oh, okay. You want to know you want to know what I remember most about Into the Unknown? I'll show you. Into the Unknown. Punk rock. I think it's Factory. Yeah, it's probably these guys. No, dang. Okay. Look up Into the Unknown by Punk Rock Factory. And that's why I remember that movie or that song so much. But the song itself is pretty forgettable. I remember it only because there's a really funny punk version of it. Galaxy Quest, A tier. This one maybe also has a special place in my heart because of nostalgia and like the fact that it's clearly just like a Star Trek riff, the whole Comic-Con scene riff. It's a parody, but it's actually really funny. And it's pretty ahead of its time. Good Dinosaur, I'm putting B tier. I know this one gets a lot of crap. A lot of people say it's just straight up bad. I disagree. I think it's perfectly fine. Again, kind of that Big Hero 6 mode. I did like the relationship between Arlo and the kid. I did like the relationship between Arlo and his dad, and I felt like that moment between them to end the first act was really strong. I do hate the scene where they both get like high on hallucinogenic berries. I think that's entirely unnecessary and like dumb. But yeah, I think so. It's just the best thing about it is it's cute. Okay, Harry Potter and Sorcerer's Stone. That's C tier. You guys know my opinion on Harry Potter. This movie is made for children, which I get, but that makes it harder to watch as an adult. It's just not very interesting. The enemy, you know, the conflict is not really even conflict. It's just boring. And I'll explain again more about my take on Harry Potter as we go through. But like, that is my biggest problem with most of these, is the conflict is bad. Chamber of Secrets, same thing. It's just, again, kind of a pointless movie. There's a snake. He speaks parcel tongue. Cool. Whatever. That dude's hand falls off. Whatever. Or maybe that's the first one. I don't know. They're all so bland. They blend together. Prisoner of Azkaban. D tier. I don't care what any of you say. Tiffany says the book is great. Awesome. I'm so glad that the book is great. The movie is dookie. The movie is straight up garbanzo. This is not rage bait. I know a lot of you have appreciation for the film. If you watch this movie with a completely independent view of the book, it is a nonsense movie that contradicts itself all the time, has zero interesting plot, and leaves so many empty plot holes, like has so many plot holes that don't ever get explained. It's bad. It's bad. Okay, let's flesh this out for a second. Okay, Hermione gets the time traveling amulet. Fun. Cool. I love a good time travel. That's great for me. Why does she get it? Because Professor McGonagall says she can have it. Professor McGonagall says she can have it for what reason again? Oh, I forget. To take more classes? To take more classes. One of the most powerful items in all of Wizarding World. This professor gives a 12-year-old so she can take more classes. Are you kidding me? That's so dumb. It's so dumb. And then again, what was the plot? I don't even remember the plot. Sirius is there. He's like a werewolf or something. I don't know. What better reason? It is a hyper powerful magic item, and she gives it to a 12-year-old. And it was just like, ha ha ha, don't abuse it. And then again, at the end of the movie, they never explain why. They never explain what happens to it. Never once do they explain what happens with one of the world's most powerful magical items. You know, the thing that could completely fix the entire world. The entire world. They're just like, nah, I guess we're just going to forget it ever existed. It's dumb. Goblet of Fire, B tier. In the books, all the time turners get destroyed in book 5. Like, okay, what did they do in between? What did they do in those 2 years between that? What did they do? Do they go back in time and kill Voldemort? I've seen the dreams Harry's had. I know that he saw Tom Riddle. I know that he saw his dad be mean. I'm gonna make fun of you, Tom Riddle. I'm gonna make fun of you, whatever guy. I don't know. Goblet of Fire. It's pretty interesting. I really like the 3 different schools. Of course, Patterson, what's his name? I don't know. Vampire guy. I think Robert Pattinson. I think Robert Pattinson was really cool. I was actually really sad when he died. Like, it was really unfortunate, and I really did like the relationship that Cedric, yeah, I really did like the relationship that Harry was forming with the other like contestants, where he saved them when like he didn't need to. I don't know. I thought it was pretty good. And then the final scene of the movie where like Voldemort is revealed for the first time and he comes back for the first time. You know, that dude cuts off his hand to bring him back. Like, that was it was good. It was good. What up, Ilana? So, Order of the Phoenix, I put A tier. And I'm kind of judging the Harry Potters against themselves, even inside this world. But I'm going to put Order of the Phoenix at in A tier so far, because it's the farthest we've got. And I'd seen it before, and I remember Order of the Phoenix being the best. But this just reinforces, of the 5 I've seen again, it reinforces that this is the best one. Again, the stakes, there are actual stakes in this movie. There are actual stakes, actual things to be had. Of all of the other ones, there is nothing really like, there's no major threat. The Goblet of Fire is like, you could actually die. Oh, I mean, okay, cool. Again, Voldemort returns. That's super cool. But like, this movie has actual stakes. The way that they set it up with the Order, and like, I think it's great. I do. I think it's really interesting, and I really is serious. Yeah, I know. Do you think Harry Potter has an actual personality? Yes or no? Yes. Oh, the reason why I bump Goblet of Fire down a tier, and I forgot about this. There's this really dumb early side plot between Harry and Ron, where it's like, Ron's like, I'm not your friend anymore, blah, 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 blah. And you're just like, as the viewer, you're like, what? I'm not your friend, blah, you're so, everything is about you, blah, blah, blah. I'm just like, okay. That's really dumb. And I told Tiffany that, and she's like, yeah, in the movie it's dumb, but in the book, like in the books, they actually kind of build up that jealousy for a long time, and are like, it spans multiple books of just Ron being like, why is everything about Harry, and kind of growing a little resentful. And so when they make it kind of a core storyline in Goblet of Fire, it makes more sense in the books. But in the movies, it's literally out of nowhere, and it literally lasts like 10 minutes. So it just felt really odd and tacked on. So that drops it down a bit for me. And I do not have the rest of Harry Potter's on this list, by the way, because I've not yet watched them with my kids. Again, if it was up to me, I would not watch any of them. I'm not compelled to watch any of them, but I will because Mason will want to. Home Alone, S tier. Home Alone is S tier. I don't think that needs any explanation. It's a perfect Christmas movie. Home Alone 2 is A tier. I personally think Home Alone 2 is the better movie, but because it's so like beat for beat similar to Home Alone 1, I have to drop it. But like, the characters are so much better, the pranks are so much better, the writing is so much funnier. Like, this movie I think is better than Home Alone 1. It just has the misfortune of coming out after it. But like, there are moments in Home Alone 2 I cry laughing every time I see it. Every time I see it, I know it's coming, and I still just cry laughing. I say the line "suck brick kid" so many times. I say the line "wow, what a hole" so many times. It's perfect. Has anyone ever watched? No. Why would you? Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. I'm putting C tier again. This movie, again, kind of has a nostalgic place in my heart, but it's also one of those movies where, like, the conflict happens because of just like, oh, I didn't hear you. Oh, whoops. There was a miscommunication. Like, okay, guys. Whatever. But it's still like a charming movie. Like, there's the ant, and I remember like the lawnmower and the garden hose or the sprinklers. Aladdin and Tier B. I know. Go watch the VOD and I'll explain it. But it is true. I got a lot of flack for that, and I'm fine. I'm fine if you want to give me the flack. Like I said, I'll recap. Jafar, Iago, and Genie are great. The rest of the story and the rest of the characters are bad. Muting. Fair. Hoppers is B tier. People said this movie was so funny. I didn't get it. I did not get like laugh out loud humor out of it. The whole thing of like, oh, we're playing into Avatar. Like, that doesn't, yeah, you acknowledge that it's just like Avatar, but it also doesn't make your plot any less corny. But it has some good moments as well. So, How to Train Your Dragon, S tier. I'm gonna put it above Home Alone. I'm gonna put it above Flow. How to Train Your Dragon, S tier. Nothing more needs to be said. Perfectly paced, perfectly acted. The music is God tier. The music is God tier. Nothing more needs to be said. The Incredibles, S tier. This is, again, just a perfect film. The writing is so good. The characters are so good. Jason Leah's Syndrome, the guy from Craig T. Nelson as Mr. Incredible, Samuel L. Jackson from for Frodo. Like, it's just a perfect cast. It leans obviously very heavily into the Fantastic Four motif. There's a stretchy person. There's a really fast person. There's an invisible person who can make shields. Like, there's a strong person. It's like, we get it. I also hold firmly to the fact that if you have kids, the scene where Syndrome launches missiles at the plane, it's one of the most like intense. I literally cry. I literally cry in that scene because of how perfectly what's her name? I forget the actress's name, but how well she does in that moment. Like, her acting and her delivery is so perfect. If I had more time, I'd watch it, or I'd just like watch that scene. Inside Out 2, I'm gonna give A tier. I really did like it. And I'm gonna put it above Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, though. I really did like Inside Out 2. I really liked Anxiety and just that portrayal of it. As someone who lives in households with people who suffer from bad anxiety, I was like, yep, I get this. It was a little too like pixie dorky. Like, all the interactions with Riley and her human friends were just kind of like, yeesh. But everything with the actual emotions was really strong. Jingle All the Way. I don't know if you've ever seen this movie. It is F tier. It's so bad. It's so bad. It's not funny. It's not interesting. It's, again, one of those movies where the conflict is just based around manufactured nonsense. It's so bad. What would you rate Inside Out, the first one? S tier. Inside Out 1 is great. K-pop Demon Hunters. I'll put that B tier. I actually don't hate this order. Is that the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie? Yeah, you're really behind Danlius, by the way. But yes, that is the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie about Turbo Man. Lightyear. What's up, Brett? A B from a borderline anime movie? How can you say borderline? It's so clearly anime. You guys and your sweet, ridiculous definition of anime. Can't be made in America. Okay. It's Korean. Anime is not exclusive to Japan. Anime is not exclusive to Japan. I don't care what anyone says. Anime by itself is just an abbreviation for animation and a style of which the animation exists. It's not regionally exclusive. Lightyear is C tier. I'm going to put it right above Frozen 2. Anime is literally from Japan. Yeah, and pasta's from China. I don't call it Chinese food, though. Like, what are we doing? What are we doing here? Lilo and Stitch, I'm going to put high B. There's some really good moments from Lilo and Stitch, and it's not lost in me the fact that I really like the characters for the same reason I really like How to Train Your Dragon, because it's the same guy. But of course, How to Train Your Dragon is much stronger. Lilo and Stitch is very good, though. The sibling relationship is good. The relationship, obviously, between Lilo and the creature is great. Lilo and Stitch is S tier. I don't know. Why do I like you again? I have that effect on people. Yeah, I did say the creature. He's manufactured in a lab. He's not like, I don't know, he's not a dog like they pretend it is. Minecraft movie, that's F tier. Oh man, this movie is a tough watch. Again, he has a name. Yes, Stitch. I just said Lilo and Stitch is fun. I like the relationship between Lilo and... I just don't want to say Stitch twice in like 3 words. Reed, you saw a Minecraft movie? Yeah, because Mason wanted to watch it. Mason wanted to watch it. He doesn't even play Minecraft. But he just, like, he hears about it at school, and, you know, he hears all the memes and references and blah, blah, blah. Like... But this movie's bad. Oh, this movie's bad. None of the characters are even remotely endearing. Actually, you know what? The sister. The sister is the best part of that movie. And that's it. Are you excited for Minecraft 2? I mean, if Mason wants to see it, I'll go see it. Moana. I'm putting this bottom of C tier. And if it was just the music, like if you're like, hey, Reed, rate the soundtrack, I'd put this like upper A. I really do enjoy this soundtrack. I think Lin-Manuel did a great job. I think it captures the spirit of like the Polynesian sort of theme, as well as just having good music and good instrumentals. I like the music. But let me explain something to you about Moana. We've established the plot and the ending are pretty met. Yeah. We've established in the movie that Moana can pretty much control the water to an extent. And we also established that Teka, the fire monster, is stranded on these, like, this rock formation, this archipelago sort of thing. Okay. Their goal is to get... You have to get the stone, the heart of Te Fiti. You have to get that to the island on the other side of that rock formation. Okay. Why do they need Maui at all? Help me understand this. They establish in the movie that Moana can crash in the ocean and pass out, and the ocean will get her where she needs to go, which was Maui's island. So if the ocean can literally straight up carry her, which they do, or which the ocean does, carries her and sends her just like she's her own boat, why does the ocean not just automatically just pick her up and be like, we're going to go on a short adventure. We're going to take you right to the island. Or never mind that. Let's say through some manner of necessity, she does have to go to Maui. She does have to get the hook. She does have to blah, blah, blah. In what world are they required to approach the island from the side that Te Kā is on? They can't go around? You can even say things like wind current, like winds and currents and stuff like that, but like, come on. They can't go around. The archipelago, those little island masses are like, what? A couple 100 feet long, maybe we'll call it like half a mile wide. But then there's probably a mile or two separating that from the main island. You can't just swing, you can't just go around and flip a Yui? If nothing else, okay, yeah, it's the wind, it's the currents, blah, blah, blah. You can't actually approach it from the other side. Have the ocean carry her the rest of the way. Because, spoilers, that's exactly what happens. When Maui's going to fight Te Kā throws a big rock at their boat. Her boat crashes, like it gets splintered, and then the ocean picks her up and carries her the remaining like 100 feet or something. And then that's when she gets to the island, realizes that the island is gone and Te Kā is actually Te Fiti, blah, blah, blah. They disrespect their own logic in the film. It bothers me. Moana 2, I have to put D tier. This movie is straight up bad. It's so obviously a stitched together amalgamation of many like planned Disney Plus episodes, because that's what it was going to be. It was just going to be a Disney Plus series. And they're like, wait, we can make a movie out of this. And so they stitched this together, and let me tell you, the villain of the film, you don't see until the credits roll. And that is not an exaggeration. You do not ever see the villain until the very end of the movie. They do this thing where they try and tell you like, oh, hey, this lady, she controls bats or something. She's like really dangerous. She hates humans. You can't go talk to her, blah, blah, blah. I'd never go talk to the lady with bats. Moana talks to the lady with bats. She's helpful, wants to help her, and then you never really see her again. I mean, I don't know what else to say. The music is so bad. And the music is so bad. There's one song I remember, but it's not even the good one. Or it's not even a good one. Yeah. Monsters, Inc. S tier. I'm gonna put this above Home Alone. Home Alone is like the end of S tier, but I'd still love it. Wonderful film, great voice casting. You could definitely tell they were still kind of getting their feet under them when it came to other aspects of filmmaking. You know, they just come off Toy Story 2, which is brilliant. And so they're trying something totally different. And I think it works 99% of the time. Some of the stuff with Randall I'm not crazy about, but like that's such a nitpick. Muppet Christmas Carol, S tier. This is the definitive version of A Christmas Carol in video form, in movie form. If you don't think this is the best way to watch A Christmas Carol film, you're wrong. You're just wrong. Paw Patrol the movie, I'm gonna put like right around Frozen 2. And I'm putting it here not because I think it's like worse than Frozen 2. I think it's just like the expectation is Frozen 2, really high expectations, just crazy budget, production, all this stuff. And it was just not great. Paw Patrol had the opposite of that, and it was still just okay, which is why I rate it higher. If Pixar made Paw Patrol and it was the exact same movie, this would be an F tier. But because it is what it is and it kind of leans into that, it knows what it is, then I think it deserves a spot here. Which leads me to Paw Patrol 2, Mighty Pups or Mighty Movie or something like that. And honest to God, I'm putting it A tier. Klaus is very good. I would have watched that without my kids, though. Honest to God, I'm putting the Mighty Movie at A tier. And I will tell you why. It's for the same reasons that I put Paw Patrol. I put Paw Patrol in the C tier. This movie has no right being as solid as it is. You can tell, like, it is not Pixar level writing. It is not Pixar level jokes. It is not Pixar level anything. But it actually has an interesting villain. It actually like subverts some like comic booky kid show tropes. The story is all about Sky, which I thought was a really good choice. And it's just actually it is a fun movie to watch. It is a fun movie to watch. And I'm rating it obviously higher as well because I saw it with my boys. And so that holds a lot of weight as well. But it's just a perfectly watchable kids film for adults. Dino Movie, I'm gonna put like right at the same tier as Paw Patrol. This was just I saw this on Sunday. This one's all about Marshall. The story just I don't think was as interesting. And the villain was very boring. They brought back Humdinger. It's just like he's like that well's dry, you know. You've seen the High School Musicals? I have. I saw I watched the second one like the day it premiered on Disney Channel, and I watched the third one in theaters. Polar Express. This is a D tier movie. I'm putting it below Harry Potter. Polar Express is not only a bad Christmas movie, it's just a bad movie. I respect this so much. I also find funny to listen to you generally critique Paw Patrol movies. Again, like if I didn't have kids, I would first of all never watch it. But with that perspective, it's I have a spot for him in my heart. Polar Express is visually uncomfortable. Bingo bango. I'm a firm believer that if you don't have the tech or the ability or the whatever to tell the story that it deserves to be told, you tell it in a different way or you don't do it at all. Like, the tech was not there to attempt photoreal characters. Like, 92% of them are just nightmare fuel. All the drama and tension about the ticket is so dumb. And like, dude, just put it in your shoe. Like, he said, the conductor says it's the most important thing, and this dude is so careless with it. And I really didn't like the homeless, like the hobo on the top of the train. I felt like he was kind of worthless. Puss in Boots. I'm gonna put this A tier, above Goblet of Fire. Really good movie. I think it's overhyped a little bit. I think people give it slightly more credit than it's worth. but it is a very fun movie. I really love the animation, of course. I love anything that makes it visually different and distinct from like the Aardman Pixar sort of approach. This is Last Wish. This is Last Wish. No, it's not OG. It's Last Wish. It's Last Wish. But I really could not have cared less about like Jack Horner. Like that whole plot just, and I get it, the whole like I'm evil for the sake of being evil. So that was just so boring. But Death was great. Death was wonderful. And like a representation of like panic attacks was also very, very good. Raya and the Last Dragon. Man, I don't remember anything about this movie. Literally nothing. I think she rides a giant pill bug. D tier. Santa Claus. I'm gonna put this behind Elf with obvious connections there. I think Elf is the more watchable film. Santa Claus, again, it's like, it's kind of timeless. It's kind of funny in parts, but his son's really annoying. The North Pole stuff is very annoying. It's again one of those things where it's like, it's so obvious that this dude is Santa and that like his life isn't normal and he keeps trying to deny it. He's like, no, it's not real. Sam or whatever his kid's name is. He's like, no, it's not real. This isn't a thing. Like, yeah, it obviously is, dude. Shrek 2. I'm putting just below Inside Out 2 and above Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. Shrek 2 is for as much as I clown on whatever movie that was for being Charlie, thank you. For whatever I clown on for like a movie not taking itself seriously or something. I forget which one that was. Shrek 2 does not. Oh, it was Last Wish. Like there are characters that are just annoying. Shrek 2 has that as well to some extent, but like it's so funny. And it is like a mile a minute gags and references that if you aren't paying attention, you're going to miss so many little visual laughs and cues and things like that. Like the entire scene when they are trying to race to the castle is like, it's perfect. It's perfect. I really enjoy this movie. What up, Papa Wills? Sonic 3. Wait, I don't have Sonic 2 on here. Sonic 2 would be D tier. Sonic 3 I'm gonna put above Lightyear and Elio. There's some really funny moments. I love how much Jim Carrey just absolutely destroys the scenery with how just how much he's chewing on it. He is so in that you just have to respect it. I did see Sonic 2. It's a bad movie. There's one scene where he's fighting Shadow and they are both like Super Saiyan, where they're like punching each other across the world. And there's like this really cool visual effect where like they're fighting over China or something, and then someone, like one of them punches the other person, and it does like this awesome like smash zoom to Egypt, so they're by the pyramids. Then another smash zoom to like Italy or something like that. So it's just really cool. Like I'd never seen anything like that before, and I thought it was a really cool visual representation of just like how fast and powerful they are. But at the end of the day, the biggest problem with the Sonic films is that they completely ignore the fact that he's like, he can run at the speed of light or like close to it. Like there's a scene in Sonic 2 where they land in some like Bolivian like tavern, They're looking for a map or something. And then they find the map, but then the guy takes it. Like some dude takes it. He's like, no, if you want it, you gotta have a dance contest for it. And I was like, bro, Sonic could just run up and grab it and be out the door before this dude could even blink. It was one of the most, and there's so many moments like that. That tavern scene was horrible. So it's just, it's stuff like that. Spider-Man. I'm gonna put Spider-Man above Goblet of Fire, but below Puss in Boots. Spider-Man 1, it doesn't hold up super well. It's great from the fact that, like, I remember being in theaters, man. I remember watching this in theaters. I remember where I was, 2002. I was 14 years old. And this was the first time I ever saw, like, holy crap, like, this is a real comic book movie. But then you got Spider-Man 2. Then you got Spider-Man 2. All the way up in the S tier, baby. Spider-Man 2, to this day, still a top 5 superhero movie. I just watched this movie less than a year, probably less than 6 months ago. It is so good. It is so good. There's lots of cringy moments. The dialogue and stuff is so... it's so uncomfortable. It's just like the moment after Otto's machine explodes and, you know, Spider-Man comes in and saves everyone except for Otto's wife, R.I.P. And then, like, he saves Harry, who's not grateful because Harry's mad at Spider-Man for killing his father. And so he's like, after the end of it, they're leaving. He's like, I need to get out of here. I have nothing left except Spider-Man. And then his little butler, like his 1,000-year-old butler, is like, he saved your life, sir. And then Harry goes, he humiliated me by touching me. It's so bad. It's so bad. The dialogue is so bad. But my God, the action sequences are so good. The fights with Doc Ock, the train sequence alone is worth the S tier. The fight outside the bank, the fight where Aunt May is involved outside the bank is excellent. All the stuff with Jameson is excellent. But that fight on the train, man, that is a top superhero fight scene. It is so good. It is so good. And, like, honestly, I haven't seen such creative camera work in, like, a superhero movie, Spider-Man specifically, but, like, in a superhero movie since, or until I just saw Brand New Day. Some of the like the framing and the blocking for how they set up these scenes, and they're like fast paced. They're fast paced, and like the camera placement, the blocking, the focus pulling, like it's so crisp. It is so good. But then Brand New Day, I thought, was just awesome with how they really kind of reinvented a visual style for comic book movies and really leaned into the fact that Spider-Man can flipping walk upside down and do fun stuff that we just, like, in fight scenes in all the previous Spider-Mans, it's just like why is he just standing here? He can stand on walls, he can walk on ceilings, like, and they do some of that stuff in Brand New Day, and it's so interesting, and I really enjoyed it. The transition where it goes from Spidey swinging to the street and Doc Ock's goggles, very cool. So good. Peter should have chosen Ursula over MJ. Facts, though. Peter did not deserve Ursula. Also, her dad was great. Rent. You'll get your rent when you fix the damn door. Oh, he is good kid. Something must be wrong. I love her dad. I will fight over the fact that MJ did nothing wrong. Peter mistreats her the whole time. Yeah. Yeah. Especially in the third movie. I mean, I know like they make Peter go emo in the third movie, but like she didn't deserve any of that. I agree. He couldn't show up to this. He should have just told her earlier. He should have told her earlier that he was Spider-Man. I know the whole thing is, it's Spider-Man's curse. I can't tell people, they might get, but like, if you're willing to actively hurt the person you care most about because you won't be honest with her, because you do this constant back and forth, you know, she even says like, do you love me? And he tells her no, but then he doesn't full on leave her alone. And then he like hangs up the mask and he starts being Peter again. And then he treats her good again, only for him to go back to Spider-Man and be like, well, I guess I got it. Like it. Yeah, he doesn't treat her well. And I get that's part of it. Like that's part of him. And he tries to stop her from marrying Jameson's son. Oh yeah, he like reads her that poem. That's kind of cringy. Yeah. Yeah, he wants his cake and to eat it. But he should really just have Ursula's cookies. But the train scene. Oh, it's so good. Super Mario movie, I'm putting that above. I'm going to put above Shrek 2. Again, it's not better than most of these movies. But this hit every single perfect nostalgia note for me. I think it made me smile the whole time. I get teary-eyed at certain points. Seeing it with Mason. Mason's biggest exposure to Mario is Super Smash Brothers. And so for him to be like, it's Bowser, you know, oh, it's Peach, it's all these characters he recognizes, but not from a Mario game. That was really fun just to see him do that. And then of course, Mario Galaxy had even a quadrillion more references and a quadrillion more Easter eggs, but it's just not as good of a movie. So I'm gonna put it above Encanto. It's just not as good of a movie. Again, the thing that betrays it the most is the fact that it refuses to invest in its own story. Straight up refuses to invest in its own story. It just trades like TikTok swipe little bits of dopamine for an actual narrative. So it's like, swipe, here's Pikmin, swipe, here's Game & Watch, swipe, here's Mario Maker, swipe, here's the dinosaur from Super Mario Odyssey. But like, it's just nothing. Like, it's all entirely nothing. The fight scene at the end was great. The stuff with Super Mario Maker was great. And legitimately, Bowser Jr., wonderful villain. Benny Safdie totally played into it. He was awesome. Man, he just kind of ate all the scenery. And he was great. The relationship between him and Bowser was also really good. The whole father-son thing, I didn't expect to actually be as successful, but that was easily the best part. Tarzan, I'm putting it behind, that's the Grinch. I'm putting Tarzan behind Aladdin. Tarzan I love for a number of reasons. Chief among them is that it was like the last true like hand animated Disney attempt. This was kind of like the transition moment for Disney where they're like, it's better to use computers or it's easier or whatever. And listen, I don't care what Oz has to say. Phil Collins absolutely slaps. Son of Man, great song. You'll Be in My Heart, great song. The worst song in the movie is the one where like all the animals play the like the campsite instruments. It's just nothing. It's a nothing song. Phil Collins is fine. You've hated all of my soundtrack takes except for How to Train Your Dragon. So I figured that was part of it. I figured you wouldn't like it. Trashing the Camp is an absolute banger. It's so pointless. You take that out of the movie and nothing is lost. I'll randomly start singing it all the time. I don't know. It ain't for me. It's fun and that's good enough. But that's like where Rosie O'Donnell gets her showcase. And I'm just like, ugh, Rosie O'Donnell. The Grinch. I'm going to put ahead of... like, let's just keep the Christmas theme going. I'm going to put the Grinch here. I'm going to put it above Elf. The animation's actually really good. Benedict Cumberbatch as the Grinch is funny, if nothing else. The relationship between him and Sam is really good. There's some funny side characters, like Keenan Mitchell, or Keenan Thompson, and Kel Mitchell, but Keenan Thompson is like his neighbor, and he's just really funny and clueless and stupid. Yeah, Benedict Cumberbatch is the Grinch. But then there's this really sweet story between the daughter and, of course, the Grinch, and the daughter and her mom. So that's nice too. Ninja Turtles, Mutant Mayhem. We just watched this not that long ago. I'm going to put it in between Lightyear and Frozen. It was just okay. It was like an origin story for the Turtles. They're making a sequel, so I don't know. Maybe the sequel will be better. It was just fine. It was just fine. It was funny seeing like Rocksteady and Bebop and stuff like that. But, you know, Shredder's not in it. So it's like, well, how interesting is this really? And that I thought it was funny at the end when he's like an amalgamation of all those sea creatures. I thought that was funny. But like him just being like a weird fly, like whatever. Tron Legacy. Oof. Man, I don't even know with this. This might be the most difficult one to judge. Because you have nostalgia. You have how well it holds up, period. Like how well the movie is, period. But then you also have that absolute banger-tron soundtrack. I think I'm going to have to put it at the end of B. I think I have to put it at the end of B. The movie by itself is not good. The movie by itself is not that good. The soundtrack is incredible. The story is absolute nonsense. The acting is absolute garbage. But that soundtrack and those visuals, man. Up, I'm putting just below Inside Out. The reason for that is Up is maybe the best first 10 minutes of any movie of all time. Like right up there with like The Dark Knight and stuff like that. The rest of the movie does not maintain that level of quality. Talking dogs, dogs that fly airplanes, the fact that, what's his name? The guy, like, not Carl Fredricksen, but the other guy. The fact that that dude is clearly 150 years old. Like, and they just don't even try and hide it. Like, yeah, the dude's like a million. So the story of Carl and Ellie is wonderful. It is magical. I cry like a baby at the beginning. I cry like a baby at the end when he discovers those final pages that he hadn't known were there for, 15, 20 years. The relationship between Carl and Russell is very strong, but there's just too many wacky things. Like, I say this all the time. A movie gets one pass of like, here's a thing that makes no sense. We're just going to say it's a thing in our universe, and you just kind of have to accept that. Okay, cool. Their pass, their like established thing is that the house can fly with balloons. That's their pass. That's what they get. If you say to yourself, okay, they live in the real world, but this is one crazy thing that happens, you've earned that, you get it. But when you start saying that there are talking dogs, that the dogs can fly airplanes, that the dogs can serve food, like that the fact that there's these 2,000-year-old dudes fighting each other, it's too much. They just took it too far. Wall-E, top of S tier, baby. Wall-E is a legitimate top 5 film of all time. Outside this list, everything. Wall-E is a legitimate top 5 film of all time. The dogs don't magically talk. Well, they magically fly planes. They magically cook food. And I understand the whole talking thing is like, Wall-E isn't better than How to Train Your Dragon. I mean, it is, but it's not like a mile off. It's listen, I've watched Wall-E so many times because Ollie was obsessed with it for so long. And it's a movie that I would watch with him and I would never get tired of it. Not only, I mean, like flow. I counted it once. The first, I think it's 52 minutes of that movie doesn't have a single line of human dialogue. And it's not even for a second disengaging. The movie is it's so pitch perfect. Every single frame has a purpose in that movie. Every single period and comma has function. Let me just give you an example. There is okay. So you figure out early on in the movie that Wall-E collects this stuff. He's developed this personality. He collects all these funny things. Again, it's just a charming personality quirk. Okay, great. Then you figure out later on that he has this innate deep desire for some sort of connection because he watches what's the movie he watches? My Fair Lady? I forget what it is, but he watches that movie over and over and over. And he has that constant longing for connection. It's not Gone with the Wind. And then he meets Eve, shows her all this stuff because, again, he's trying to make that connection. He's so excited to have anyone there. And even the whole time, he's just smitten by her. And so he's showing her all this cool stuff. And in the process of him trying to get her to understand his world, she starts spinning around trying to dance, gets too crazy. It's Hello, Dolly. Okay. And clips Wall-E, sends him flying into his truck and breaks some of him. And Eve is like, oh no, but Wall-E's like, it's okay. He rolls over to his chest full of things, finds replacement parts that he can then use to fix himself. Hey, guess what? That becomes a critical core aspect of the end of the film. They didn't have to do that. They could have figured out any other way. That whole scene of showing Eve how he can fix himself with parts he has in his little storehouse was never forced, because they established it in tiny, tiny little ways leading up to that entire sequence. He collects the things. He finds them funny. He wants connection. He finds Eve. He wants to show her all this stuff he has. And just as a way of him introducing her to his world, he then gets to show her how to fix himself, which then leads all the way to the end of the movie. And there's also things with the song. There's also it's just, and that's not even touching on the message of the film, which is, I think, more relevant today than it was back in 2009 or 2008. Like, it is perfect. It is a perfect film from start to finish. I love it so much. I could watch it at any time. And it is a top 5 film of all time, outside of this whole list. Wild Robot. I'm going to put this behind The Incredibles. I really love The Wild Robot. I really love it. My biggest problem is, honestly, Bright Bill. I have not seen Wild Robot yet. Oz, you know one of the best things about Wild Robot is the soundtrack, right? Like, you know this. I've said this. One of the best things about this movie is the soundtrack. I won't spoil anything. Just say I won't spoil anything. He's roasting you. Still haven't seen it. Yeah. There are moments in Wild Robot that make me cry almost as much as any movie I've ever seen. There's a sequence in the film where it smacks you in the face. You do not see it coming. And I just lost it. It's such a good movie. And like, the soundtrack for the film is, I mean, if the film is like 90 minutes long, there's music for like 90 or 89 and a half minutes. It's like the soundtrack is a part of the movie, and it like plays to all of the beats as they happen. It's really good. It's really good. And also the animation's really great. And also it was directed by one of the guys who directed How to Train Your Dragon. So, I don't know what you're waiting for, Oz. Wreck-It Ralph, I'm going to put this above Big Hero 6. Some of the characters are really annoying, but the relationship between Ralph and Vanellope is actually really strong. I love the growth Ralph experiences of, like, his quote at the end is really good, where he's like, I'm a bad guy and that's okay, you know, because there's nothing I can be, but there's no one I'd rather be but me. But like, that's really good. It's really good. Zootopia 2, gosh, I don't know. End of Sea. I remember so little about Zootopia 2. I was gonna watch Wild Robot, but I was emotionally unstable. I think when you're sad, I'm not saying you were sad, but I think when you're sad, the best thing to do is watch a sad movie. I think the best thing to do when you're sad is watch a sad movie. It just helps you process, I think. I don't know. Zootopia 2, Judy's unbearable. Correct. Judy's unbearable. She's a bad friend. Fox, I don't know what his name is. I forget what his name is. He was great. Nick. His name is Nick. Okay. What a lame name for a fox. He was great. He kind of had the same thing that the audience was, of just like, Why are you treating me like this? Like, we went through this stuff together. Like, why are you treating me like this? Why are you like, it's really like, why are you ignoring me? And not trusting me and stuff like that. Judy was awful in that movie. And I remember like one other scene, and that's it. All right. This is my tier list. There are many like it, but this is mine. Yeah, they tried playing it like Nick and Judy were both being bad friends, and they even have that conversation at the end of like, oh, I did this, and oh, I did this, and blah, blah, blah. It's like, no, Nick, you were fine the whole time. You were fine the whole time. It's a beautiful tier list. Can you download and post it? You got it. There it is. And like Nick could have been solved with a simple conversation. Yeah, it's that whole thing of like a mild situation turns into something because people just wouldn't talk. Place your bets. We're finishing Lorelei. No chance. I think I could play till 2 a.m. and we wouldn't finish Lorelei. I talked for a long time and now I need a swig out of my Nintendo water flask. Like, I don't think we're necessarily far away from it, like from beating it. But again, I would just be very surprised. The most important part of the game. Most important part. My Aladdin VHS cover notebook. My B tier journal. That's pretty good. That was pretty good. I remember that the giant Aladdin thing I bought. Also B tier. See, we're only at 63.8. I think there's just more. Okay. Can't get there, can't get there, can't get there. I could always just go to mental notes. Bring cards to the magic show. Yes! Yes, I have more keys. Let's do that. There's more to explore here. Heart-shaped key, spade-shaped key. I don't know if I've done both. Or maybe I have. See a Kaz. No. Heart-shaped key. It is down and to the left. Oop. All right. Whoops. Oh, it's on the second floor. Second floor, okay. Is it this way? Oh yeah, it might be here. Yep, I just go straight through. It's here. Yes, an American dollar. I need those. So desperately. Scrapbook. Scrapbook is full of newspaper and magazine clippings. Oh boy. The Dusseldorf Post from August 25th. Hey, that's close to today. It's a week from today. 1953. Toys on display in museum. Interactive exhibition opens this weekend. Citizens in Dusseldorf visiting Bauschinger Kunstinstitut in hopes of seeing beautiful paintings on display will be severely disappointed. Curator Catherine Braun states that the art of the future will require participation. The spectator will interact with the artwork and perhaps even co-create it. The first wave of this so-called art is an exhibition called Verschlans Erinnerungen, spearheaded by Lorelei Weiss, a lesser-known artist from Frankfurt, who thought it was necessary to litter a fine institution like Bauschinger with childish puzzle boxes that only the most fixated could possibly open. True. A fine product for country fairs, no doubt, but Fraulein Weiss's clothing and insistence upon wearing sunglasses indoors suggests that she has the hubris to think that her trinkets belong in the upper echelons of art society. Opening boxes in search of locked memories is a prime example of what's wrong with art today. Technic and Photograph, issue 8, 1960. Earlier this week, the exciting Electronic Arts Expo, E3, Electronic Entertainment Expo, took place in Kirchsteiger Messe. The exhibition is open to everyone and hopes to show the exciting happenings in the world of electronic devices and how they can be used for more than work and calculations. Among the selected artists was Lorelei Weiss, known for her puzzle boxes and recently her innovative use of computers. Her contribution caused quite a sensation as its deliberate malfunction caused some panic. Weiss is not too keen to talk about what the work of art meant. She does not want to end discussions by giving a correct answer. It's good idea. Veteran art critic Morris Talbot insisted it was a comment on the unreliability of technology. But concept artist Ichi Tanaka thought that Weiss wanted to show us the death of an artwork. Cinema Ochio, issue 4, 1962. There can be little doubt that Renzo Nero is not a filmmaker for everyone's taste, as critics find him crude yet pretentious. That is Terrence Malick. I guess not crude, but pretentious. His latest film won't win them over, but I don't think Nero cares. Un Animal Terrible is, in many ways, an experiment with audience participation. A number of scenes present the audience with tough choices about what should happen next. Regardless of the audience choices in Un Animal, the film always ends with Lucia coming back to life. This interactive film thus makes fun of its own concept of interactivity. Nero says that this is a comment on the illusion of democracy, but it works as well as a joke about the illusion of interactivity. We like to think that we affect outcomes, but in truth, most of us are mere spectators, superfluous, tired eyes. It's a participation that in the end makes Un Animal Terrible such an intense viewing. It should be essential viewing for anyone remotely interested in the development of narrative media, but be warned, it is not a pleasant film by any means. Journal des Sous. July 7th, 1962. Oh boy, there's just a lot here. Renzo Nero wins big in Monte Carlo. We'll spend the money on new film project. The director caused some mirth when he arrived in Club Rouge with a grocery bag stuffed with American dollar bills. Ooh, I need to find that grocery bag. And stated that he was there to clean house. According to witnesses, Renzo Nero was in good spirits and joked with both staff and other patrons. Despite the rumors about Renzo Nero when it comes to romance, our reporter, Mrs. Melissa Dubois, caught Renzo Nero in the company of starlet Carla Romano and socialite Felicia Levy, both drinking champagne, but the big winner celebrated with a double espresso. Were you not afraid to lose such an amount? No. First of all, it was not my money. That's the best way to gamble. Secondly, I'd seen it in the stars that I would win. There was no reason to worry. Risky business. Gambling with a production budget. If you'd lost, there'd be no movie. There'd be no movie, but it's better to have no movie than a bad movie. I needed more money than the studio gave me. Do you think you've set an example for other filmmakers? No. It was a terrible idea that turned out very well. Casinos are crooks. I got lucky. I'd recommend filmmakers to rob banks instead because gambling is immoral. Well, good luck with your next picture, Mr. Nero. Thank you, Bella Melissa. It will It will be the one. We're restarting cinema from the beginning to the time when celluloid was magic, not for passing the time between hamburgers. Bro, that's a commentary on media consumption today. There's a playing card hidden behind the article. Ace of clubs. Now I need to go back to that place I don't remember how to get to and then give that guy more cards. Das Nordost Journal, January 6, 1963. Death at Hotel L'Étechard. Police are coy about details. The police are investigating a death that occurred at the hotel yesterday evening. The hotel has been closed for the season, but according to neighbors, there had been a film shoot in the weeks past. The police won't confirm that there is any correlation between the film production and the death. Commissar Schmidt, who is in charge of the investigation, refuses to release any further info. The investigation is in a delicate phase at the moment, and therefore, the deceased identity will not be released at this time. Convenient, because I would like to know who that is. We cannot rule out the possibility of a crime, and as such, it is standard procedure to treat it like a murder investigation. The police commented earlier this morning. It's probably the woman who got pushed out the window, right? Central European Times, November 29th, 1982. Report from inside the Third Eye Movement. Cult or commune, our reporter secretly joined the pilgrimage. I was confused when I received an invitation to an eye-to-eye session from the Third Eye Movement. After some research, mostly consisting of buying fellow writers a drink, my confusion turned to excitement. The Third Eye Movement is, apparently, a gathering of painters, musicians, composers, directors, photographers, and writers. And so I thought it was in my capacity as a Mendig awarded journalist that I was invited. Jose Mari Gil, the European branch's Magnus Magister Artis, great artist, what is Magister? Probably just like leader? Maintained that it was due to a Little Red collection of poetry I released back in the 60s. Jose Mari made it clear that it would not occur to him to let journalists into their midst, as journalism is a reactive craft and not a creative one. You see, the Third Eye Movement is solely for those filled with the power of creation, something I would hear more about in the weeks to come. What I thought was a secret club for the avant-garde bohemians was something entirely different. It was like being offered a seat at King Arthur's Round Table. I suddenly found myself part of a quest, not for the Grail, but something else. A metaphysical power, an entity, a treasure of sorts? No one knew or wanted to tell me, but it was clear that it had, perhaps thousands of years ago, appeared somewhere in Sulawesi. Sulawesi? The members whispered of it as a zeitgeist, and they now believed it was to be found in Central Europe. Art Filter, Issue 2. Our search for the elusive computer image innovator who never entered the spotlight. Oh yeah, where are they now? Lorelei Weiss. That's me. Unearthing obscure artists is the archaeology of the 21st century, where there's a long-dead naivist. Is it naivist or naivist? I don't know. I don't know that word. A painter from Sweden, a minimalist composer from Latvia, or a mediocre Edwardian horror writer. They were all dug up and put on display. Obscurity adds value to a body of work, and by digging them up, we deprive them of that value. But the thing about Lorelei Weiss's most interesting art is that it can't be sold, because no one really knows if it exists anymore. Gallery owner Gaston Rousseau, nobody eats like Gaston, or that's all I know, pours us a coffee in his apartment in Paris. Last year, he started to research the possibility of doing an exhibition which would act both as a tribute and a retrospective of the eclectic artist. He had hoped to recreate her lost art with the help of Weiss herself and today's most admired names in computer art. She was the Gauguin, I don't know, of the electronic era, Rousseau tells Art Filter. If all of that person's work had been burned, that is. Weiss was an elusive figure even when she was in zenith, but after the Nero affair, for which she sadly is most remembered, few has met her. Through Rousseau's network in the art world, he managed to track her down in Hamburg and swiftly traveled to arrange a meeting. I was too late. I had such big plans. Maybe I was a fool to believe that I could create a renaissance for a long-forgotten electronic art pioneer. Rousseau sighs. The old woman I met could hardly see, let alone speak. It didn't look like she had much time left. So it is me. In that room with the person lying on the hospital bed. That's just me from the future. Or in the future. I don't know. The internet mystery of the OCU-3. Truth or fake? We dive deeper into the modern myth of the 1960 supercomputer. We have all heard the story by now. In Ogden Waldberg, where entrepreneurs Mick Otto and Rob Gieb are building a Euro Funland complete with golf courses, spas, and restaurants. A construction worker came upon a computer believed to be from the 1960s, the OCU-3. First found in what was the basement of the old mansion, which previously stood on the grounds, it was later sold at a flea market and eventually ended up in the hands of an anonymous individual known as Pute on several forums. Pute then claims to have managed to reconstruct parts of the data in the OCU-3. We've all seen the results on the internet. We've all been astonished by it, and we've asked ourselves the same questions. Was the type of technology available in the 1960s? Could an entire interactive retrospective be made or even fit on the primitive devices of that time? In the upcoming weeks, we'll try to answer these questions and dive deeper into the mystery. That was a lot of words. It's interesting. I don't remember that music. Where is... I have to go to the forest. Yep, I go to the forest. I need to go talk to the magician, and he'll let me back into that crazy, like, dream world. Where then I give them playing cards. Listen, puppy, normally I would pet you, but I'm kind of on a time crunch here. Alright, I need to go to talk to the guy in the stage. Yeah, I was like, there should be a guy on the stage. Did you bring us any magical cards? I did. The card of wealth. Yes, another key. Card of luck. This is probably the last key, right? Use it wisely. Yep. You've been a wonderful audience. I have $7. Oh, I'm so sad. But anytime you can get more keys, that's a win. That's a win you gotta take. Okay. Anything? Yeah, there's a club's door just right around the corner. It seems like it doesn't lead anywhere. We shall see. I only have $7. Oh, I'm so sad. It describes the entire economy. Oh, yeah. Let's try this. Nope. already failed. Does anyone remember where we've seen that guy before? I know we've seen him. Nope. There are no numbers, are there? No. Oh boy. I'm so good. I'm so good. I remembered the there was that puzzle where it was like the magic words. Actually, I might have that, which probably has the guy on it. Where is it? There was like something where it talked about like the greatest word of all time or the magic words or something like that. Yeah, I don't remember, but I'm pretty sure that that dude, there was a drawing of that dude on it, and there were two words. One was YTA, which stands for, or TYA, like 1,000 years ago. And then there's another one, HTE was the second magic word. And it had something to do with the. So it was like, you know, the hotel is 213 L'été Jar. And so it ended up being like the L'été Jar. And so HTE rearranged. It's, I don't know. I don't remember the specifics of it, but I knew there was two magic words. And I just guessed that this was one of them. Oh. Pass. 14. An octagon-shaped room with 8 doors. The door to the north is marked with a 0 with red paint. Someone has scratched away the writing on all the southern doors. The other two north-facing doors are marked as 45 and 315. The door to the west is marked 270, and the door to the east is marked 90. Bella, please release me before going to the next puzzle. No. Did I ever do the Star Fox level tier list? I didn't. As you can see, you've gotten me into trouble. Quite the metaphor you've created, Signorina. An escape artist who cannot break free from capitalism. Okay. Please release me now. A photo is taped to the man's back. Okay. What? What 7-word or what 7-letter word do I even know that's significant? Well, Lorelei is 7, isn't it? All right, let's give it a whirl. What up, Rhett? I passed it. I wasn't paying attention and I passed it. I mean, at this point, I don't know what else it would be. Help him escape his chains. All right, what's the photo of? Are we supposed to recognize this photo? There's 7 buttons. Lorenzo. His name was Lorenzo. Nice. Looking at that guy, I didn't see the magician. And it's funny, having to write it out like that is the first time I've realized that Lorelei and Lorenzo's names are like similar to the first 4 letters. But then, of course, like Renzo Nero, this guy is also like, it's an amalgamation of the 2 names. So is Lorenzo like this character that they created together? Now that we're on our way to freedom from the monetary system, we can get back to the project. Okay. The man on this cassette is perfect for our needs. Obtain magician video cassette. Oh. Maybe I'm onto something. Give me the $1. Actually, just let me lay down for a bit. I'm tired. Nope. That's a nice looking Chase lounge, though. Okay. Oh, there's the diamond door. It's all the way on the other side. In fact, I don't think it's accessible from here. I think I have to go downstairs and then take the elevator to get up. Yep. Could I not take the shortcut door? Oh, the way to unlock that door is on the other side. Where the SC is, that's the only way, like that's the only spot you can actually like solve the lock puzzle if you're on the other side. It's just the bolt and there's nothing you can do about it. I've made that mistake so many times. I've gone to a door that I thought I could unlock, only to realize it was on the other side. Is crazy guy chasing after me again? Oh, for crying out loud. Yeah, it's this right out here. Great. Which also means I'm not going to be able to... Oh, I can. Okay. I thought he was going to show up and then I wasn't going to be able to open the door. Okay, what's this? Wooden figurine? 2014. How very Skyrim. That's 4? Alright, let's solve this one. What? What? I don't speak Swedish. Do you have a translator book? I don't think so. No. Maybe I get it out on the balcony? Oh. I kind of assumed it'd be 2014. Oh, what's this? Oh, there we go. Oh. Minus 1847. $2014 minus 1847 is 167. $1. That's incredibly unfair. That's incredibly unfair. He shows up behind me in a room I just walked into. I mean, honestly, it's fine at this point. I probably would have done it anyways. Number one, just so I can not have to deal with him. Number two, because he does give me a script page, which I need to give to the guy anyways. But still, let me choose on my own terms. All right. What's the thing on the floor? It's like a compact? A compass? And there's like stuff on the... I can't make out what the stuff on the console is. Are those chess pieces? Error, software failure, error, failed to load maze, error, hardware failure, service code 2014. Okay, there's a lot here. All right. 2 chairs. Left. 1. Knocked. Over. 1 table with wine bottle and chessboard. Chessboard has 1 black piece. I think that's the king. 1 black king. I'm gonna name it T'Challa. All right, so we have 4 red eyeballs. Eyeball drawings. Danlius, that T'Challa joke was top tier, and I'm upset you didn't say anything. And there's a red marker next to them. Good joke, Reach. Shut up, Danlius. What, is that a padlock on the floor? It looks like a tiny suitcase. Oh, it's a coffee mug. On floor. 4 letter blocks. Coffee mug. 4 chess pieces. 4 white chess pieces. Oh, there's another block behind the gal. We're gonna call that 5 wooden blocks. 4 white chess pieces. Top hat. And then what the compass thing? All right, computer chair knocked over. Floor lamp. To left of PC. Ceiling. Lamp above. What's the man holding? A knife or a screwdriver? I think it's a screwdriver. I don't know what those things are. Oh, they're They're console knobs. Okay. This is taking up my entire page. Revolver on console. Four knobs. Man with screwdriver. Lorelei dropping a mug. You're right. Wait, there's 5 chess pieces? Is that what I said? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a 5th one. There's one behind the chair, one next to me, and then 3 by the table. I didn't see the one behind the chair originally. And then I'm dropping a coffee mug. And there's a ceiling lamp. Ceiling fan, 3 ceiling lamps. Alright. I think this is as good as I can get. I mean, also there's this weird QR code. One of the looks like one of the server modules is pulled out. Frick, I don't know. What was the man holding in his right hand? A screwdriver. Matches our information. Alright, got a script. The woman enters the basement with a cup of coffee in her hand. She flips the light switch. She jumps when she discovers the man in her chair. She spills coffee all over herself. The man very slowly turns his head. Signorina, I have come to fear that my entire being is just a part of someone else's story. All my thoughts might be placed in my head by a disciple of Mammon. The man regards the woman. Signorina, is this your story? If it is so, I want you to confess. What do you mean? This is all your story. The man stirs to life, all of a sudden happy and energetic. Good, I'm slipping into Russian. I was worried. This brings us to the aphoristic bird of the hour. I have completely revalued your excellent work. This is amazing. The woman stares at the glitching monitor of the maze. Only a handful of dots remain. My God, what have you done? Signorina, burning bridges is mandatory for the matchstick. It was much too functional. This is not a critique of your work. You are an amazing artist, if you permit me to say so. You've ruined all my work. Yes, I had to. Otherwise, it can naturally be exploited by capitalism despite our best intentions. But I'm not the designer, you are. Much work remains. You've totally reset it. I have to reprogram it all. I can't. Such modesty. You must believe in your abilities, Signorina. I do, if you forgive me for saying so. The man smiles affectionately at the OCU-3. Man, woman, and machine. A new trinity. But as they say, the cat's clock has no time for mice. Progression, Signorina. The man rushes towards the door, then stops. He returns to the computer and picks up a revolver from behind the keyboard. Signorina, you made me forget my revolver. That must be the highest compliment ever given to an artist. The woman stares in terror at the weapon that the man shows her. Hat to the clouds, Signorina, but look at me, I'm keeping you from your morning coffee. Such is not our way. The man puts the revolver in his pocket and then makes a gesture, covering his eyes and showing 3 fingers before he rushes away. Now will you leave me alone? I got $1. I'm kind of confused what this area is for. Is it literally just to get me $1? I mean, I don't hate it, but... Okay. So I have to go to... Oh, I just go around the corner. Lovely. Another $1. One step closer. Oh, you again. I'm gonna leave you alone. Oh, I can actually do it this time? I figured he would stop me. A photo's taped to the door. See, who's this supposed to be? You've kept me locked up for 51 years. Please let me go, Signorina. No. I'm gonna guess that 1963 plus 51 is 2014. All right. Let's see. Six letters now. I have zero understanding of the story of this game, bro. Same. Now you know how I felt playing Hollow Knight. Um... That was a long shot. All right, maybe I go in the shortcut this time and there's something in there. What is X plus Y? 80. Too bad Kaz is kind of bad. You can't rage bait her. I know. Hmm. Nope. I just was testing things in my head, and I got a 3-digit number. $20? $20? So is 15 each number left to right decreases by 15. 25 minus 15 is 10. So I thought maybe 10 minus 15 is negative 5. Because the same thing, 55 minus 15 is 40. So I thought 40 minus 15 being 25. 25 plus negative 5 is 20. But then top to bottom, 25 plus 30 is 55. 10 plus 30 is 40. I just don't know how the alignment of the lines comes into play. What if it's 25? Again, I was thinking of just like, okay, 25 minus 30 is 55. 25 minus 15 is 10. 10 plus 30 is 40. 25 plus 30 is 55. 10 plus 30 is 40. So I thought maybe what if 10 is, or what if the one is negative 5, but then plus 30 is, no, that'd still be 35, or that'd still be 25. Yeah, I still messed it up. See, I feel like it's, you know, if 25 is this and 10 is this, you almost feel like up and down it should be somewhere in the middle. You know, like 18, 25, 18, 10 sort of thing. 25, 25, 18, 10. And of course, 18 plus 48 is 66. but I'm just guessing on that number. I'm just guessing. I don't actually know the way to come to the conclusion that of the values of X and Y without just guessing based on this weird angle theory I have. Yes, I do. I know what it is. I know what it is. It's 30. Annoying. The bottom numbers don't matter when determining the top number. So look at that first line on the left. If you look at it as the second hand on a clock, or even the minute hand, it doesn't matter. It's pointing down to 25. It's pointing down to 5, which means 25 in a analog clock. You look at the other one, it's pointed up to roughly the 2 or the 10 o'clock, which means X is either 0 or 30. And in either way, it's 30. So. Yeah, I was definitely thinking angles. Like, it's not a 90-degree angle. It's kind of 45. Like, yeah, it's a clock. Go back to the Swedish one. Oh boy. I don't remember which one that was. 4? Yeah. Are you going to snap a picture and use like Google Translate? All right, I'm going to assume you got it. Another elevator. I'm curious where this elevator takes me. But first... You had a joke theory, but it was right. Okay, supercomputer. Wait, I've been to the supercomputer before. Oh, this is the elevator I've been to. I've never had access to this room before. Okay, now you've got me here. I literally only have one idea. But I also don't remember where. I don't remember where shortcut 4 is. I think it's there. Oh, I can take the elevator to get there. I had an idea and I applied it to the clues and it fits, so I'm positive I got it. Well, then I probably don't. No. I don't feel this way often while playing this game, but I legitimately have no idea. Count the umlauts? Do I count the dots on the eye? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Oh, but then that falls apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I am counting them for each word. Oh. I see. So it's 44. I'm sorry, that's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. And not just because I couldn't get it. I feel like in every sort of puzzle, there's a moment where you're just like, you know, aha. I definitely did not get that even when shown the answer. The underlined word, there was 2 words. It's 2 words. You know, and like all of the other puzzles in that book, I feel like are referenced in some other way. You know, where it's like, here's how you do Roman numerals. Here's like, you know, here's different math functions. Here's clock functions, stuff like that. This one was just count dots, I guess. I don't know. Again, the information was there. I just clearly didn't have it. I'm pretty sure I don't have this number or this room. Yeah. Did I use the 3-shaped key? Or the gun? I think I used the gun key. Or maybe I didn't. That should be my next attempt while I leave that dude in prison. Okay, this is the only locked door on this floor. I have no locked doors on that floor. There's a few locked doors on 3. I'm gonna go up to 3. Oh. Good. Already making some progress. I thought of it because the question was to find the number hidden in the underlined sentence. I knew it couldn't really expect you to know Swedish or something. That's fair. Oh. I don't think I have these keys. Oh, I do have 57 key. Do I have a 1980? What are you doing, Reed? 1938, 48. Yeah, I don't have anything in the 80s. I wish you could sort this. That'd be wonderful. Another video game system. I feel like I need to snap a picture of this, because this is probably like a maze path. Or maybe not. I'll come back to this. Oh, not again. Can white exist without black? The artist challenges dualism, then leads us astray to present us with the idea that what we believe is only half-finished thought. We're left with a revelation to form new ideas and beliefs. All we need to do is look up from what we previously thought was true. can't move it. I can't zoom in. Good call there, Dan. Okay, so if I combine these, I think you combine them. So this is a 6 and an 8. A 1 and a 4. And a 2 and a 7. And a 3 and a 5. A 9 and a 0. So this is the pattern I need to punch in at that puzzle box. 681-427-3590. I honestly don't even want to mess with this. Oh, so it's a directional code. So that's what I need to do. That's the picture. So we go up or over, up, over, over, up, over the other way, up, and enter. Wee woo wah woo wee woo. I hate this part because the controls are different in this game than they are in the main game. And so when I pop out and play the main game, I feel like I have to relearn. Book 2, the seven brothers had heard whispers of the first of painters, those who crawled out of the dark chasm only to be devoured by their own creation. Okay. Okay, where's the... Where's the maze design? This isn't going to help me, because I don't think this is the same format. Is one of the things where up is forward and you turn? Yeah. In the main game, you just push up and she'll turn and walk whatever direction you're pushing. Ooh. Spooky Silent Hill camera angles. I'm just gonna keep walking until they won't let me. Alright, well, there's that. You were not meant to remember me in this library. Do any of the bugs fit in this game? I've tried. I've tried, but I also feel like this game doesn't have the features or like the it doesn't have the objects in place for the crashes to work, whereas like the other one, like that first version of the game inside the game we found, I think had those features, because it was like the woman as such and such, the man with the gun, like there are places to move, like find the desk. I felt like that made a lot more sense than this does. Okay, so I just turn to walk around. I go, is this a dead end? No, it can't be a dead end. I'm quite confident there are things you can do. The eldest brother commanded with his last breath, "Seek the birthplace of the red beast. May he be born there again." So can I turn left here? Yeah, I can. Well, there's the woman. These are strange books to remember. Let me check the debugging stuff, I guess. Or the bug reports. Oh, there it is. Trying to walk past the sign by the boulder in the direction the sign is pointing triggers an unavailable animation. Yeah, okay. These are forest issues. What's bug report 3? Library issues. Okay, maybe this is something. Walking backwards through the passage close to the woman immediately after interacting with her will result in a software crash. Okay, maybe this is it. When we're walking backwards through the passage. I just don't know which direction I should. I don't know which direction I should be walking. I don't know which way I should be moonwalking. Probably, oh. The masterpiece had long left the cave, spreading art and death in its wake. But it was said that there were fragments of red in the deep. You think it's this way? I do need to talk to her again, but I was just like trying to figure out. Got it. Press any button to terminate the current software and shut down laser eye development hardware. Software sent an invalid request to memory address 8D5. Man, it's so fun when game developers use their knowledge for things in game, because all this stuff is wildly accurate. The software has been stopped to prevent damage. Said I had a memory recovered. I was just activating the game console. Well, let's... No, it's not the note. There. Let's try the other ones. The shelf behind the magician does not have any assigned collision. This will result in the player character being able to reach an out-of-bounds space. Walking through passage 2, 0, 1, 4. Oh, look, 2014. I think I just need to make the software crash all 3 ways. Do you have a memory category for software errors now? Was that there before? I don't think so. Gonna do this one more time. The shelf behind the magician does not have any assigned collision. Okay, the magician. Which, he's got to be bottom left. Because the other guy was the gun, the person in the top right was the lady. So let's go find the magician. Wait. Yeah, there was a book over here. The world had turned gray and the red was fading. The master had left, thus it was time for the world to die. The prophets spoke of a last hope hidden beneath the earth. Okay. So I can... Yeah, I turn left here. There's another book. 2 more books. And then the dude. $1. I did it. Oh, I missed the book, though. Hang a right, then a right. Book 7. In the deep, the brothers grew weary and forlorn. No trace of the red beast had been found. Perhaps he was just a lie. You can get another teleport now? Yeah. Yep. Their faith burned out, and so did their lanterns. Yep, I have enough for another one. Part of me honestly just wants to get all 30. Unless, like, finding them is just super challenging, in which case, I don't know. Maybe I'll just wait for 20. Okay, I need to take a left because there's 2 more books. I'm going to go to the far one first. The most righteous of the brothers decided that he should paint their god. Thus he cut the wrists of his resting brothers, and they watched him work as they lay dying. What on earth? The brother had created a masterpiece beyond human comprehension, and the world was saved again, but such terrible divine beauty was not meant for mortal eyes. So the brother did right and blinded himself. Bruh. Okay. Do you remember any books about mazes? Nope. Whee! Crash. The software sent an invalid request to memory address 8D6. That's so cool. All right, last one. Oh, my stress level's really high. Yeah, it's laser eye. Interacting with the man with the gun and leaving the software on the dialogue screen for about 30 seconds will result in unexpected dialogue strings. When returning from the dialogue screen, the player character animation is broken and trying to leave the room will result in a crash. Let's do it. Talk to the man and then just sit there. The stress level is, I think, for like whenever she starts, like her eyes start blinking and she gets that like vision or whatever, I think that's her. I think that increases her stress level. Go all the way to the end. I don't know what the stress level does to her in terms of like gameplay mechanics. I want to see what was over here. Oh, yeah, it's books. One of the brothers was trapped in a tunnel, but Art waits for no man, so his brothers bid him farewell. The brother sang at first, but then he wailed. He died before his song did. No book! Is that when the QR code guy comes? You start seeing her eyes flicker when the QR code guy can show up. Unless she's in a spot that's like intended for it, like when you go talk to the magician. Whenever you go talk to the magician, regardless of whatever else, like if the QR code guy shows up, your eyes will flicker. We consider the first seed the Prussian forest and the imagined headgear of the Italian chamber. The third seed wore third seed lead deep. Cool. Software sent an invalid request to address B13. Bingo. So it keeps saying memory recovered. Okay. All right, let's just get it over with. A few details, try to remember. See, I'm just gonna like take a picture of this because writing everything down is so tedious, and really all I'm doing is just trying to create a picture in my head anyways. There's something under the... It's an envelope. Okay. I really wish I could move the camera around. Magnifying glass. I feel like that's important. It's been a while since I saved. It'd be a bummer if I got this wrong, but whatever. What object was in the drawer to the right of the woman? Magnifying glass. Glad I found that. Woman waits nervously by the phone. Suddenly it rings. Woman answers. The other end is available. Thank you. There's a switch sound. Bob here. Mr. Sidney, I'm sorry to bother you. I'm a bit worried about the project. Who is this? I'm working with Mr. Nero on the third eye. Hello? Did you not receive the letter? No? That's unfortunate. Where are you now? I'm at the hotel. What's going on? She says she's there now. What does legal say? There's another inaudible voice. Get out now. A pistol shot is heard. The woman drops the phone. He's gonna kill me. Did I get all the script pages? There's a shortcut on this side of the room. Shortcut 5. This one better not be dumb. What number is hidden behind the black bar? Well, 5 plus 50 does not equal 135. It's 90. If you want to know how I got to that, V is a 45-degree angle. L is a 90-degree angle. 45 plus 90 is 135, which means 90 must be, or L must be 90. Okay, I need to go. Yeah, just go hang a right. I'm gonna save. What am I doing? Read, don't be dumb. What am I up to now? 71! Alright, we're doing pretty good. 71%. Did we start at like 63? We're making good progress. Oh shoot, what was that puzzle room? Like, what was that room? I don't remember what the room was. Oh, 1957. I forgot I can like hover. Okay, but that actually doesn't help me because I need to be able to see. No. There it is. Yeah, it's an arch. Okay, so it's this square arch. Which is here. Okay. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I guess just try 1957. Yeah, okay. By the late 50s, focus shifted to her own independent work. She crammed a century of art into a decade, including traditional painting as well as short films and animations. If one should highlight her work in the late 50s, her 1957 exhibition, Mask, which included a series of photo dream collages, was probably her most outstanding work. Okay. So what do I have now here? Oh yeah, did I ever call that number? Is there a telephone nearby? Doesn't look like it. Well, I know there's a telephone first floor. Doesn't look like a telephone second floor. There's a coffee. Oh, let's go third floor real quick. Let's go third floor. There's some stuff up here that I'm interested in. Oh, well, whoops. I know one of them. The one in the top left, that's where the guy, that's where the psycho lives. So I'm not even going to try that. But the one on the bottom right, by the game console I was just playing. Did I not get in there? I mean, clearly I didn't, but... No. Where am I? Okay, just keep going right. That's what it is. I don't have the 1982 key. They probably say that on the map. Yep, room 1982. Dummy read. But I am right next to the elevator, so this actually is not the worst thing in the world. Oh, I'm already here. What luck! The phone is through here. Yep. Okay, what number? 057402. You've called the Black Arts Coffee Club. You're calling about the membership. You want to become a member? You want unlimited coffee. You want to pay 10 American dollars, yes? No. You will call us again when you change your mind. But it didn't get crossed off. Okay. Call about puzzle boxes. Tell him about the dead person. Oh yeah, I got a videotape. Isn't there a place I can watch that? Who's him? Man, I don't know. Where was that room where we found all of those? We found all of those like VHS slipcovers that gave us the release dates or the release years of all those movies. Where was that? Read, Dan. You're not going to believe this. I might. Google says room 214. All right. Top of the 3rd floor? Oh. Oh. That's where my future self is. I didn't mean to go this way. Say something. She's not reacting. Bummer. Here we go. That's pretty compelling stuff. It has to do with the direction he's looking in. So it's like left, left, right, right, left, Right. 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 Left. Right. And then it resets. Give me the tape back. Thing is, I don't know where that applies. I just noticed those picture frames. They're all wonky. I doubt it means anything, but in this game, man, you never know. Left, left, right, right, left, right, 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 left, right. Lower. There is one other thing I wanted to do. And I guess it's this. Few details. Hey, look, there's a fez. Okay. Am I missing anything here? Chandelier up above. I don't think so. How many keys were there in the cabinet? 4. There is a 5th one on the ground. The woman hyperventilates. The bullet has barely missed her head. She panics and makes her way out to the lobby. As she opens the door, the man is standing there. He's wearing sunglasses. He lowers a smoking revolver. Signorina, thank God I can't see anything in these glasses. I thought you were someone else, one of them. That could have ended horribly. Anyway, You'll be glad to hear that I have developed an entirely new philosophy for motion pictures, and yes, art in general. Art must be set free from the tyranny of the beholder. We're releasing it back into space. We're putting it on the greatest show that the world has never seen. Senior Lena. Oh, who were you calling? Was it the magician? Is he telling lies about me? No, I had to call my aunt. She's... Was it the Americans? No, I have to worry. Oh, I'm keeping you. Let's walk and talk. Woman walks fast. Man strolls beside her. Everyone has a part to play in the revolution. Rudy lacks artistic talent, so you will be Minister of Defense. Do you agree, Senior Lena? Yes, Minister of Defense. Senior Lena, please be serious. Rudy is a Labrador. He does not have the stomach for warfare. Owen tries to find her way out of the hotel, but the man blocks her by always running in front of her. Senior Lena, please be serious. We are under siege. The atomic bomb? Very beautiful, but instrumental. They used it politically, a cardinal sin. The woman hurries away. The man rushes after her, continuing the conversation. As you know, the maze is a weapon of mass destruction. It endless ride for fascists and critics. The bumper cars have been permanently closed because of a collision sabotage. Senior Lena, sabotage! The man suddenly grabs the woman's arm. Who was on the phone? Was it Sydney? Did he tell you lies about my magic show? No, Oh, forgive me, Senior Lena. Here I talk and talk. What I wanted to tell you is that I'm waiting for you upstairs. I look serious, so you might want to go check. The woman studies his face in terror. She notices red stains on his cheek. She hurries away. The woman stands and listens as he runs away. He hurries away. The woman stands and listens as he runs away. She sneaks back to the main entrance. She pushes the door. It's locked. You panic. You run through the corridors. That is passive. That's not keeping the perspective the same. She sneaks back. She pushes the door. You panic. You run through the corridors, pulling handles of every door. They're all locked. You turn at every corner, checking all the windows. Locked as well. You'll run up and down the stairs and panic. Find yourself in my room. I'm not there. I haven't been there this entire time. I'm in the real 1963. All right. Gotta bounce. What time do I need to end stream? Right now. Nope. I wish I did not have to. But it is what it is. Good stream. Good stream. Good progress. We're at like 73%, which again, I did not expect to get that high today. So, man, honestly, maybe next week we'll be in a point. I have almost all the doors unlocked. I think there's probably 10 script pages I need, and I just got the 9th one. So I feel like, yeah, we're right at the finish line kind of thing. So, yeah, 2 streams max. I agree. I agree, you guys. So, anywho, it's 11:30. It is late. It's 12:30 Eastern, which is crazy. Dan, go to bed. But yeah, I appreciate you all. If you guys are back watching the VOD, Oz or Kaz or Rhett or anyone like that, appreciate you all very much. And yeah, have a good rest of your week. Be safe, drive safe, tell people you love them. And yeah, we'll catch you later. Peace. Rewatch Aladdin with an objective eye. You will know it to be true.